Alright, so before we get this started, I would like to say that I am going to be doing a little bit of a different thing with this video. I'm going to be replacing the first build portion of video with a weapon on its own portion of video. Oh, I forgot that my colors were like that. But anyway, I'm gonna be replacing it with a little bit of a situation where I show just the weapon by itself, no external modifiers, whether or not it can handle itself on its own. Because keep in mind, the original intent of the primer was, does the weapon need a primer? But it ended up becoming just the way I made videos because it was so effective. So we're going to be changing it up to be a mixture between the newer and older versions of videos. So, yeah. Now that we got that out of the way, let's begin. Alright, my delicious people, welcome to another video. Today's video is about this big, giant, gooey grenade. Keep in mind that I actually found out that the grenade portion of this weapon actually isn't entirely the best. It used to be broken and have be able to hit damage cap, but right now it's just a single target beam weapon that's okay on its own, but if you put maximum investment into it, it's actually pretty good. Speaking of it by itself, on its own, with no external modifiers like primers and stuff, I'll be showing you against a Manic Bombard. It's like, what? It's okay? Well, I would say it's actually pretty good. I say it's okay just because it's not AoE, right? But, what it does is it's basically a beam weapon. You spend some shots, and you can throw a grenade. You spend all the shots, which is going to take me a little bit, don't worry about it. And you throw an even bigger grenade, which also has a unique animation. But because of the way it works, unfortunately, it isn't actually that powerful, so it's best just to shoot things and then use the grenade just to reload. Keep in mind that the way it works is you have to manually reload, so don't forget to reload. But because it is a beam weapon, and because it has really high status, it's actually a pretty good single target weapon. And if you manage to put punch through on it, it's actually pretty good. So we'll take this version into there all by itself, and we're gonna be going in and seeing what it do. Let's do this. Alright, your eyes do not deceive you. I have Omemori on Valkyr. The reason why is because this is a pure video, her purpose is just being pretty for the video, essentially. I was gonna do Corvex, so I was like, you know what, I need booty in the face, so don't worry about it. I hope I'm in Steel Path. Am I in Steel Path? Hell yeah, I am. Okay. Let's just hope that this build holds up. It's literally just a test build. Oh! No! Yeah. Okay. This is pretty good. Oh, manually reload. Okay. Pretty good for CC, but it kind of sort of doesn't really kill, necessarily. Which is unfortunate, but... Oh, there we go, it kills. Okay, never mind, I'm stupid. But, if you ramp it up, it's pretty good. But as you can see, I'm getting blue crits, no crits, orange crits. Eventually, I'll get a red at some point. But I'm using Enervate. I love Enervate. So yeah, this weapon is pretty good single target. And if you just so happen to, you know, get really close in, pop. You know, I was testing it against a, oh yeah, and there's that. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention that. If you were to throw the grenade, and then roll, you actually cut the animation for the reload. Because throwing the grenade is actually not fully reloading it. So you actually will end up being able to throw another grenade, but it's like the smaller grenade, so it does like shitty damage. So don't do that unless you really have to. Oh my god. But yeah, this is pretty decent. Single target, and the beam actually is really thick, so that's cool. Sick beams. I'll meet you at an Acolyte. Actually, you know what? No. I don't know. I'll be an acolyte. Let's see how that goes. All right, there he is. Let's see who this is. Probably should have shaved that grenade. Let's see if I can get another one. Oh, it's Torment? Hell yeah. Actually, Torment? I'm not gonna lie, with Valkyrie, Torment almost killed me a few times. Oh, fuck. Oh, yeah, let's see. Oh, here we go. Where's my weapon? Uh-oh. Hello? Where's my weapon? Where's my weapon? Where's my weapon? Hold on. I don't have a weapon. Hold on. Maybe pause. Oh, okay, I've run into a bug. I can't reload. You hear that clicking noise? I'll put it next to the mic. Yeah, I lost my weapon. Alright, thanks DE. Alright, welcome to the maximum investment portion of the video. Keep in mind, when it comes down to the build that I'm using for Ureli versus the build that I'm using for the weapon, Ureli actually isn't going to be affected as much. Her passive is to increase it by like 200% critical chance, but that's modded critical chance, which means it basically counts as like a mod. And what ends up happening is it only raises it to like 33% crit. So Enervate actually is going to be taking us to the crits that we need. So essentially Ureli isn't really affecting this. But what she is affecting is this. I have 2 Archon shards. Keep in mind, the reason why I'm doing it like this is because I do not want to force you to use another frame that you do not want to use, right? You don't want to, if you don't want to use Ureli, you do not have to. So because I'm using an Enervate build, then, you know, using these 2 is completely fine. And there's also these other 3 shards, but we won't get too far into that. Those ones are not really necessary. What is kind of so unnecessary is that we're going to be using Nautilus and Hellstrom. Hellstrom is going to be modded for viral, heat, magnetic, and radiation. And it's going to have this. And Nautilus is going to have its Nautilus things. I will show you that in the build portion. But we're going to show you the Manic Bombards. Manic. And we're going to show you specifically them with Nautilus. So over here, shoot them. There we go. Essentially, it's like over here doing some damage. Oops. And then we go like that. And as you can see, it's doing pretty good. Pretty good. Yeah, to show you that's not a fluke, we'll do this. Pop. There we go. Very nice. And pop from it. There we go. And pop. Okay, finish them off. There we go. By the power of blast and priming, we have a little bit of a monster. So yeah, we're going to be taking this into an actual mission to show you how I do. And hopefully we don't run into another issue like we did earlier, or run into that one who decides that my projectiles mean nothing. So yeah, I prefer violence, game. Don't give me that guy. I think his name is, it's not Malice. I think it's Misery. Oh, auto breach.
Life support has been
Before I could even say something funny, it says auto breach. Okay, that's cool. Thanks, game. Yes, come to me, Omamori. Alright, it's actually doing pretty well. The power of off-sourcing viral to something else is actually pretty nice. I would recommend this, definitely. You don't have to do it, which is the whole point of like my videos, which I went back into forum where it's like, if you don't want to use something, you don't have to use it. I'm just showing you what happens when you do use something like this. But I still can't bring myself to show you a completely different warframe. So, because I truly believe that you should be capable of like doing what you want to do when it comes to the Warframe. So yeah, but as you can see, this weapon is doing pretty well.
Support on the way.
It's really nice. Oh, you fucker. He's over there just chilling. Like one panty. Anyway, I'm gonna take you to the Acolyte, and we're gonna see what they do to an Acolyte. Alright, there's the Acolyte. Also, I noticed I'm getting a lot more red crits than usual. I might have to do tests, but I think this actually might be, you already might actually be affecting this more than I thought. Huh. Because like, I don't remember her, I wasn't getting red crits with Valkyrie, so I might have to look into this. There might be something up with this. Also, Malice, hello. Sorry I ignored you, honey. But take my big wishy sacks in your face as repentance. You nasty whore. Alright, so we have gotten to the build portion of the video, which is really nice. I would say it's a pretty good like secondary. It does a lot of damage to a single target, and its beam is actually really big. So if you want to go with like punch through or something, it's actually a really good idea, right? But I decided to go instead with like a electricity build, believe it or not. And it actually comes with electricity. Keep in mind, I also did put a thingy on there, but I'm gonna show you the build for the Nautilus first. Here we go. Blah, blah, blah. So here's the build. Just gonna gloss it over it. We got Cordon right here on the top left in order to make it do Cordon as much as possible. Assault mode over here, so when Cordon is on cooldown, it does shoot things, which is very nice. Vacuum is here, that's very nice. Manifold Bond is here, so if you have 3 or more statuses, you should be able to cause Cordon to happen more often, right? When you upgrade the Hellstrom, you have Malignant Force, Rhyme rounds, Thermite rounds for viral heat. Then you got Split Chamber for multi-shot, Hammer Shot for more status, just the status specifically. You got Magnetic Capacity for some magnetic. You got Radiated Reload for more radiation, and Viral Accelerant to make it fire faster. Which is very nice, it's very useful. What else do we have here? We have the 2 green Archon shards, although I won't tell you to use any other Warframe. However, I do have this thing where I might have to test it, but I think Enervate gives you like flat crit, and your running is increasing it to make it into red crits, because I wasn't getting red crits with Valkyrie, but I'll show you Valkyrie actually. Let me show you Valkyrie. I think, oh, I should probably favorite her. Yeah, I'll favorite you just so you can see you better. Okay, so Valkyrie, she is not affecting the thing at all. Funky build, just pure survivability, absolutely nothing else. Just because she's just there to show you the build while also being pretty. So, yeah. Now, onto the coup de grace, the Coda Catabolyst. We got Galvanized Diffusion for multi-shot, Galvanized Shot for more damage, as well as more status. We got, per kill, both of these. Per kill. And, we got Viral and Electricity. And keep in mind that this round actually comes with electricity, making the electricity actually really high, which is very nice. We have Prime Target Cracker for more crit, and Hornet Strike for more damage, and Magnetic Might for more magnetic damage, and Prime Pistol Ammo Mutation. Keep in mind you don't need this. It seems to do fine on its own, especially if you're not going like level cap and stuff, but it can handle itself for a really long time. Just make sure you do hit your shots, and you should be okay. We're using Enervate, which is nice, for increased critical chance by 10%, which, again, I think it's base, but I could be wrong. I need to test it. And then the second build, which came with the Nautilus, is this one right here, and literally the only difference is we went with Blast and Electricity instead. Luturity is the only difference. And it was still performing really well because the beam is, for some reason, is a fat beam, and it's still hitting multiple targets. I don't know if it has punch through. Let me check. No, it doesn't have innate punch through. But if you want to go with Merciless Gunfight, you definitely could for just straight up more punch through and some crit damage, which would be very good. Although I went with Prime Convulsion for the electricity, which is very nice. But yeah, this is the two builds, and yeah, uh, pretty good. Also, my Valkyrie's talents, I'm working on these, and I'm probably not gonna show this build just because I'm not very proud of it. But I'll figure something out. But yeah, have wonderful, wonderful nightmares. I will see you in them. Remember, if you're watching my content, I know you're into it, honey, honey. Good night.